Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you can hear the sound of my voice. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wherever you are around the world. Well, around America. Around the world for that matter. I mean, it could be nighttime somewhere else, but anyway. So I had an opportunity to look at some of the video from the latest Ernest Williams hearing, and the prosecution might have lost some ground in their case, just some. I listened to the testimony of Shirley Strawberry, and there were some things that she said in her testimony that raised an eyebrow. There's some things as related to getting the Ford truck and how she discovered the business or how the business was done on the truck. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Um, give you guys a couple minutes to get in here. And while I have a captured audience, um, some people ask me, or they ask the question, why do I put my videos in membership? Well, some certain videos I don't need to stay on the public forum. I don't need to give people an opportunity to regurgitate my content. So I put it in the membership section. It's videos that I will keep on the timeline, but there are a lot that I'll keep in membership. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Real quick, before I go back into my Strawberry commentary. So I got a girly man on the internet telling me he's local. I'm local too. So what's your point? I'm local too. What is your point? I'm just curious about that. What's your point? I'm remedial. Spell out what you mean. You're local. Spell out what you mean. But don't also if you trying to throw subliminals, at least use your real name. Don't hide behind a pseudonym. Because if you show up, I'm gonna know who you are anyway. That's a guarantee. License and registration, please. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Connie. No, I'm just just people just say the weird stuff. I'm sorry. It's like what? I've been local for 20 something years. Yeah, what's your point? Just stop playing on the internet. Just stop playing on the internet. With that, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Listen. I know you guys with me. I know you are with me. Um, I like to meet people, get money. Let's get money together. That's what I like to do. Let's get money together. That's the only reason I'm meeting up with you. I don't meet up with hairy legs just to talk. We get money together. Are we doing what? We doing business? What are we talking about? Anything I show up for, better be money involved or a pathway to lead to the money. If it's a charitable event, I'm down for it. If it's something for the kids, they got the PAL, they got the boys, boys club. I mean, I'm, listen, real men do real things. We don't just talk about simping on the internet. Anyway, guys, so I looked at the video and I said something is missing from this story. Something is missing from the story. Um, I don't think that Shirley knew that he was married, but the timing in which she got knowledge of it is kind of questionable. However, I'd listened to Mr. Hoover's argument that, and it was kind of, I'm sorry to say, it was kind of weak argument, just because her lawyer, uh, who handled her divorce, um, should have known it was the difference between a annulment and a divorce. Um, I don't know if that's really relevant. If you walk into an attorney's office and say, "Hey, I want to get a divorce," um, why would the attorney know that he's married somewhere else? I'm just confused about that. So I don't know if that was a good argument. Um, I couldn't I couldn't watch too much of the video because the watermark was. And here's the other thing: when you put a watermark on a video, and this is just, hey, listen to the OG been doing this. You can use a 30% overlay. You could do a 20% overlay, but to put a obnoxious 100% watermark on a video and then you shoot in the back of someone's head. It's not like you go this that video. Listen, that video is not going to get. No one's running with that video. You're shooting 90% of the video is shot shooting Mr. Hoover's head or the center of his back. Why didn't you just stand up, pick a spot, and shoot the courtroom? I mean, it was just ridiculous. Like you got a whole Rule 22 and you're shooting the back of someone's head. Make it make sense. You will literally get fired from 99.9% of the companies, the media companies, for even producing something like that. There was no point in you sitting down when you're there to work. If you're there to work, get your position. Anytime I'm in the courtroom and I'm shooting video, I'm standing up, I'm making sure I get the widest shot, zoom shots, whatever. But you're sitting behind a man's head and you can't really get the essence of what's happening in the courtroom. You can hear it, but really it's not a movie, so to speak. But with that said, I just learned through listening to another content creator, Bougie's page. Go check out Real Talk Bougie. Um, that Nesto got indicted on the other charge. This creates a major problem for him. Yeah, Connie. This creates a major problem for him. And I think that with all these, you have the SA case and then you have this case and it's under the same judge. I don't know how that's going to go. Like, how do you do the two cases with two different subject matters? I don't know how that's going to go. But we do know the white collar case will come first, and then the other case will proceed. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Like, it's almost embarrassing. Like, you want to throw you want your name to stand out rather than the story. That's crazy. You want your name to stand out rather than the story. Think about that. You could have put your name on the lower third, let the video play, leave your leave your disclaimers, and then deal with it afterwards. Because that's what I would do. But sitting in the courtroom for a whole hour and looking at the back of someone's head is just nasty work. It's nasty work. And I never taught her that. I can tell you that right now. Never taught her that. Stand up, get the shot. That's the goal. Get the money shot. Get the money shot. That's not the money shot. That's the funny shot. And then you sit on the content. Well, let me tell you the truth. The better video was the one that you snuck. The better video was the one you snuck that you had to turn off because you didn't have a Rule 22 that said you can live stream. That was the better video. The one that you were able to stream was the worst video. That is so crazy. Like, you put listen. I'm not putting none of my resources in something that I can't make sure I can monetize it and continue monetizing it. That right there was a waste of your time. Yeah, listen. I'm bringing Big Bertha in. I'm bringing Big Bertha in. I'm bringing Big Bertha in. We ain't play those games. Come on, guys. You know I don't play those games. You don't see my Usher video. You don't see my Allen Iverson video. You don't see all my videos. Come on. We don't play that. Like, if you don't know, just ask yourself the question. The minute you sit down and you set up a camera, ask yourself a question. What angle is the best angle that I can get the story? What angle is the best angle that I can get the story? What are you sitting in the seat for? You drove. Wait a minute. Hold on. You done drove almost 2 hours to the courthouse. You sat there all the way to drive to from your place to the courthouse. You been sitting down all day, all morning. When you get to the courthouse, there's no time to sit down. I could not understand it, guys. Please help me understand. Why are you the only camera, quote unquote, person in the courtroom? You're sitting down in a seat. Were you scared? What are you scared? You got a whole Route 22 and you scared? You cowering in the corner? What are you doing? I mean, like, I know the content creators are frustrated. Like, I get it. I get it. But there is a few preemptive things that can be done um, in order for this to never happen. And I can tell you one suggestion I can make, but I don't want to put that out there yet. That would definitely provide the best coverage. But I don't want to tip my hat to that one method. Another method is that serious people that understand camera work put in a Rule 22. It's funny. People think just because you have a nice camera, you know what to do with it. But in her case, you don't have a nice camera, so it's not like. But you bring yourself a tripod. You bring yourself a fairly decent camera, a 4K camera. Make sure you bring in external microphone because of that. And here's the other thing. We know how the courtroom sound acoustics is. So if you know you're going to shoot a courtroom case, you need to have mics, external mics that you can mount, one at the podium and one towards the witness stand. I know the courtroom. I know the placement of mics in the courtroom if you want to get the best sound. Well, if she can't stand long, she needs to bring someone in there and add another name to her Rule 22 for that person to be able to shoot it. Because not being able to stand long is not a defense when you're there to do a job. I mean, certain I understand people have certain handicaps, but if your job is to shoot video and you have to stand, you're not going to see someone in a wheelchair rolling in there trying to shoot video. That's just not going to happen. You got to do what your abilities allow you to do. If you can't stand a long time, you have to bring someone in there. But nevertheless, those people. Oh, I said I didn't say disabled. I said she is just. Yo, I'm not messing with you. I'm not messing with you. I am not messing with you right now. I'm not messing with you. I'm not messing with you. Oh my goodness. No way. No way. That's why. Listen. That's why she sat on that video. This is why I believe she sat on the video because one, she was shooting the back of someone's head, and she knew that people were going to go in on the video. And two, hey, put a one in the chat. I had someone calling me just now. Hold on. Let me put my phone on do not disturb. Hold on. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, good. I got to call him back. That's my daughter. She called me. She has some mechanic issues, and I got to kind of walk her through it. But to put 100% overlay on a video that is poor quality is nasty work. So what you basically said to the people, you want people to for sure know that you screwed up that video. Use 100% overlay on a poor video. You want people to know you did that. I got it. Makes a lot of sense. That's the video that you throw out there. Just put it out there. I don't know where that video came from, but I found it here. Let's just go ahead and run with it. When the judge, listen, when the judge see that video, he's going to snatch your Rule 22 away. When the judge see that video, the judge is going to, like, they're not going to take you serious. Like, what the heck? He probably said, why is she sitting down? Why is she sitting down? She wanted to be that close to Ernest Williams that she didn't get up out of her seat. She wanted Ernest to know that she was right in the courtroom, sitting right behind him. And then she visits him before she goes to the courthouse. What do you... This doesn't happen in the real world. No member of the press is visiting the defendant before his hearing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm like, wait a minute. And then you throw your whole watermark on it. I say take that video down now. Take your name off of it. Put it, throw it up in the air and let people grab it. Oh my goodness, right. And that's the other problem. That's the other problem I have, guys. You clearly are biased towards the prosecution in this case. You had the audacity, after everything's happened in this case, to file a Rule 22 to impede the efforts of others to cover this case. Very bizarre. Very bizarre. Very bizarre. And then you don't even get the proper angle. And ladies and gentlemen, that person has a tripod. They have a tripod. Or did they, wait, hold on. Do you guys think she showed up without a tripod? Anyone know the next court date? Anyone knows his next court date? Anyone knows the next court date? Does anyone know the next court date? If you got the next, see, I didn't look it up. But if you guys know the court date, make sure you send it to me in advance. And we're going to see if we can have someone there, unless someone else is going to be there. And here's the other thing. Why wasn't her Rule 22 signed before the day of the hearing? Why are you waiting the day up to get it signed? Did the judge drop the ball? Something's not adding up there. Did the judge drop the ball in this case? Why did he sign it the day of, if it was already filed? Because most judges, if it's filed properly, it's emailed to you and you have a copy. This last minute doesn't make any sense, especially in light what the judge has said prior. No one objected to it. I'm surprised Mr. Wooten, Prosecutor Wooten, didn't object to her having a Rule 22. He could have made the argument right there why he felt that she shouldn't have a Rule 22 based on her close connection to the case. He could have made that argument. And the judge could have simply said, well, based on your close connection to the case and some of the things that have been reported as it relates to your involvement, indirectly or maybe directly, we probably shouldn't be issuing you a Rule 22. We're going to make this a pool coverage, and that's going to eliminate everything. Once it becomes pool coverage, the video's free for everyone. Everyone is a part of the pool. And that's the solution, guys. I just put it out there. This is a teaching moment. This is a teaching moment. Make the video, make the coverage, pool coverage, have the media outlets that want to get the footage, media outlets that want to get the footage, sign up for the pool. That's how it really works. And I think that this will cut down on any confusion. And if you're part of the pool, if you're a media outlet that is a part of the pool, then you should be prepared to come in and step in as a member of the pool to shoot it for the pool coverage. Because the judge can simply write on the pool coverage, these 5 media outlets are part of the pool and they must service media that is interested in the footage. That's how you do it. I just gave you guys some real tea. But the question is, will they be able to run the pool properly if they never ran a pool before? And yes, you can't see when you can't send your video with any watermarks. The value of being a part of the pool is that there is a group of people that contribute to the pool. Find whatever it takes to keep that pool going smoothly. And the course has to be figured out. But if it's a pool coverage, then guess what? Now we don't have to worry about camera issues, someone having the coverage there. This can be throughout the trial. And see, the only problem with me as far as running the pool is because I have commitments out of town. And it would have to be at least 3 quality, reliable people that will show up at the hearings throughout. Okay, why are you timing people out? Let's see what's happening. Oh, I'm seeing people getting timed out. Hold on a second. Okay, let's see here. Well, let me say something. I want you guys to understand something. I saw the question. The question was, YouTube is really pitiful for allowing content creators to bully others. Well, let me tell you something. If people move like criminals, you can expect criminal behavior. You can expect them to move like a criminal. But there's a fix. There's a fix to that. We just can't talk about it right now. But I do think that um, I still believe this guy's going to take a plea deal. How many of you guys believe this guy's not going to take a plea deal? I think he's going to take a plea deal. I think he's going to take a plea deal. I mean, yeah, if they force him to trial, the only way they're going to force him to trial, they say, yeah, you got to take 20 years. Well, how many years he has? He has what, 3 years in, 4 years in now? Mm. Well, 20 years. I mean, that's like, oh my God, that's like a death sentence. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on a second here. Let me handle you. I'm gonna do the honest. Let me do the honest here. Okay, I did the honest. Okay, all right. What's up? What's up? I know. I'm only saying this because I know people have been frustrated with the. They're frustrated with what happened at this hearing. This was a missed opportunity, and I'm disappointed because this was. You might not never get Shirley Strawberry back in the courtroom. You might not. ever get it back in the courtroom because this is the prelim, and they just let them know what could be expected, but you might not have that opportunity. I would have listen, guys. I would have zoomed in. I would have panned. I would. I ain't gonna tell you. Listen, I know what I would do, but I wasn't there, so I'm sorry. I know what I would have did. But let this be a lesson. Okay, he said try. He's trying. Yeah, yeah. I see Jason. Jason. I see the maneuver. I see the plan because if you can get that suppressed, then you can't have the other case because you don't have a case because that laptop was in the truck. You don't have a case. It's a very important ruling the judge has to make, not just for the current case, but for the recently indicted case. Yeah, that's stakes are high, and once the judge rules on it, game over or game changer. Oh man, Miss. No, no, no. Hold on. I think it's 3 lives. If you think about it, I know what you're talking about. I think it's 3 life sentence. Someone got two. I thought someone got 2 lives, and the other one got a life. I got to look. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the cash out case. Yeah, it's not the best way to go into battle. You're going into battle 0 and 2 or 2 and 0. Well, 0 and 2. Yeah, it's not the best way to approach this situation. And I hope the conversation is well, no, because they're not. If it was a 10 year, he would take that like that. But 15 years, he'd probably take it like that if he's getting proper advice. And I'm gonna say this. Uh, I don't. This is for. And I saw another content creator do the same thing. There's no reason to be sitting in the aisle shooting a trial. That's what the each side of the room is for. There's no reason to sit in the center of the aisle trying to shoot a trial. One, you will be a distraction to everybody. You get to the right of the courtroom or the left of the courtroom, get your spot and shoot. No one needs to be sitting in the gallery shooting footage in a trial. And I know this is you're new at this, but I'm going to tell you this is how you cover trials. And you make sure you have your sound in check before you start trying to shoot the trial. Make sure you know where because that courtroom in particular, I think they have a fan. They have a fan in that courtroom that makes a loud noise. Well, the question is, and this is why the examination of Shirley Strawberry went the way it went, because if he had legal possession of the truck, legal possession, not fraudulent possession, legal possession, then he would be protected under a legal search and seizure. However, if it was the car was acquired fraudulently, he should not have an expectation of protection, if that makes sense. If you go into, let me give you another example. If you go into a bank to cash a fraudulent check, you're seen on camera getting out of a vehicle and walking into the bank to do a criminal act. Do you expect to have privacy in that vehicle that you got out of to go into the bank? Or should that car also be looked into? Most times they get a search warrant, but if it's right in the act of a crime and there might be exigent circumstances where they need to get into that vehicle because maybe the person has a firearm in there, or they may be part of it. Could be they walked in the bank and they had pulled the gun out. Forget the check. You came in there on the pretense that you was gonna cash a check, but then you pull your gun out. Oh, then they gotta get in that vehicle. Does that make sense? So I think that the judge is going to rule in favor of the prosecution. If the judge believes that the car was purchased fraudulently, and I think based on what we read in the past, it did appear from the credit app, if I recall, and you guys might remember, Shirley didn't sign that credit app, did she? I don't think she had no information on the credit app, if I'm correct, because this has been months. But I don't believe she had any of her information on that credit app. So if she knew that there was going to be a car purchase with a name on it, she would probably have participated. I would guess. I would guess. I think that the evidence is going to be admitted. It's going to be admitted, and that it's going to be admitted, and they're going to have the other case, and they're going to have the evidence they need for the other case. Some evidence, not all evidence. He told it was paid off. Mm, mm. Is it normal that couples don't know? If he's handling the finance, then she probably believed it was paid off. Oh, okay. I may have listened to one jail call, maybe a full jail call, but I don't listen to the jail calls. I've jumped on some platforms and I listen to it, but I don't really listen to the jail calls. That's why the content creators that are really invested in this, they are closer to Georgia, should definitely put their Rule 22 in and have a camera person there and hit me up if I rock with you. If I rock with you, and I'll help you out in that courtroom and show you how to set it up. All right, guys, I'm going to. I have an appointment. Appreciate you coming in. I'll leave this here for a short time. I'll leave this here for a short time. Let's see if I missed any questions here. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. I need you guys to tap the screen. Before I leave here, I got to get good with this. Tap the screen, hit the thumbs up, turn your notifications on, make sure you're following. Do that for me right now. Tap the screen, hit the thumbs up, make sure you're following. Go ahead, let's see. Let's run the numbers. Tap the screen. Go ahead. You watching. I know some of you just lurking in the bushes. But tap the screen. Hit the thumbs up. Before I end this live, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Ask a question. Hit the thumbs up. Let's see. Shirley didn't have a signature on that contract. Guys, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say this, and this is why sometimes you guys got like hit me on the DM, because I'm not monitoring this case like that. But had I known that Shirley would have been there, ooh, that would have been on every platform. I heard she came in with security and everything. I'm sorry, I was reading something here. Okay. All right, guys. Shirley did not want to talk too much on the jail. Of course, she didn't. She don't want to talk on the jail calls because it would have been all over the internet. You can't be dumb on the radio. You cannot be dumb. You got actually you have to be quick on your feet if you're on the radio. And that's real. All right, guys. I appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm local, by the way. I am local. For those who want to know, I'm local, and I've left the instructions. Where's my phone at? I got my other phone. Yeah, hold on. I left my phone number and the instructions. Just give me a call. Give me a call. You know how to call me. My number is right there, so it will be no mistake. No mistake. The phone number's there. I will answer the phone, and we can set whatever we need to set up. That's what real men do. We don't play on the internet. All right, guys. I'm out.